I don't want to ask a question because I might sound stupid. Ooh, I don't want to say anything because I may not sound intelligent. Most people will not admit that, but they remember the moment, whether it was in a classroom, in a meeting, or in a conversation, where they realized, I don't sound like them. And from that point on, they adjusted. They spoke less, they held back, stayed in their lane. Some people got labeled smart, some people got labeled as something else. And whether you benefited from that label or not, it shaped you because intelligence became identity. At Identity Unframed, we've been sitting with something this week. We don't believe in artificial intelligence. We believe that we are in the age of accessible intelligence. And that changes something that most people haven't fully processed yet. Because for the first time, the gatekeepers are gone. The people who used to control information, insight, access, they don't control it the same way anymore. You can open up a tool and build, write, research, organize your thinking. Things that used to require permission now require decision. And that shift is quiet and is disruptive. Because if you've spent years believing I'm not smart enough, what do you do when intelligence is no longer a barrier? Now we're not talking about artificial intelligence because there's nothing artificial about it. This was built by people who at some point decided to move on something they didn't fully understand. And now you have access to tools that can support your thinking, your creativity, and your ideas. The question isn't, am I intelligent enough? That question is outdated. The question is, what am I going to do with access? Because these tools don't remove responsibility. They increase it. See, you can't hide behind, I didn't know, I didn't have access, and I wasn't taught that. That era has officially ended. If you're still stuck, still hesitant, and still waiting to move, it might not be about intelligence. It might be something deeper. It might be permission. Permission to think, permission to try, permission to be wrong publicly. And that's identity work. See, that's what we mean when we talk about identity capital at our firm. Not just what you know, but how you see yourself in relation to what's possible. Because now more than ever, possibility is a real thing. The only real question left is, do you believe that you have the permission to participate? We'll be back next week highlighting another amazingly dope and awesome leader, but we wanted to pause and name this shift and feature intelligence. If this brought something up for you that you feel like is useful, please make sure that you drop a comment. We read every single one of them. Our work is devoted to thinking about the human soul and the consciousness of the people that fuel our system, that fuel our economies, that fuel our education system and the marketplace. We think of them as identities, but it's important for us to think of them outside of the frame of what we're used to. That being said, we look forward to seeing you next week. Please continue to share the message, follow along, and let's continue to grow this thing called Identity Capital. Talk to you later.